Okay, show you a little trick here you can do with your Pantera blade grips and your radial bearings. Using a start shaft here, brand new grip. You can see how much that bearing is wallering around inside there. Inside blade grip, same thing. Start shaft works wonders. It's one of the better tools in the kit that you didn't know you had. Second blade grip. This one's a little tighter. Still got significant play though. Pretty good. What we're going to do, we're going to add a nice bead of thick CA around the outer bearing, and we'll put it back together. I'm going to show you guys another trick with the start shaft here. So I'm going to grease my thrust bearings. So there's my greased radial. Here's my thin spacer. I'll grab one of my outers, or one of my thrust bearings. That one's way loose, so that's obviously an inner. Let's grab another one off the mat here. That one's nice and tight, so that one's the correct one. Got the greaser here. Take a little bit of grease, just run it around here. Grab a thrust bearing. You notice the cup side goes towards the rotor hub. I'll come back in and backfill this in. Let's excuse the kid. It's going wild upstairs. Okay, there's my other side. Put that on there. Got my stack. Take a nice clean paper towel. Oops. Hang on, hold that. Take my thick CA. Put a nice dollop on there. Keep in mind, I've already greased these radial bearings, so I'm not super concerned about CA getting inside the bearing and ruining it, because I've already greased it. It's one of the benefits you get if you grease your bearings. Things like CA and thread locker don't get in there and lock them up. Okay, so I've done a nice smooth coating there. Grab my bearing. Careful, don't touch the sides. Ta-da! We'll let that sit. We'll make sure this is fully seated. It's pressed in. We'll go to the next one. We'll do it again. We got 10 minutes on YouTube. Okay, again, brand new greased bearing. My thin spacer. The reason why that spacer is in there, that allows the thrust bearing, this portion, to run against that, which then presses against the inner race, not the shield or the outer, because you want to carry that load through the inner race. So again, I'm checking my fit. You can see that wobbling around. That's the one that goes towards the hub side. Here is my other one. Nice tight fit. Back with the grease. Put a little bit in there to lube that part of it. Grab my thrust bearing. I don't know if you can see with the camera. There's just a very minute amount of grease from the factory on that. Not enough to pass my inspection, that's for sure. That's why John suggests in the manual that you go back through and re-grease these. Grease I'm using on this is from Boca Bearings. It's what he calls his lightning lube. It's nice lightweight grease. If you go out in flying cold weather, it still does a good job. Unlike some of the gear greases, get real thick like frozen peanut butter. Alright, it's pretty well greased up. So here's my innermost race of the thrust bearing. Put that on there. And come back. Clean up the sides with a paper towel. Put my nice big dollop of CA on here. And you can see how easy it is for me to just spin this thing around my fingers using this start shaft. Don't want any grease on there. Make sure that's nicely spread around. Okay. And we'll load this assembly into the other grip. Wiggle it around. Come on. There it goes. Again, make sure it's firmly seated. Alright, we'll break away. We're going to let that cure. We're going to do another video for doing some other work, and we'll come back to putting these on.